You know, one of the key objectives of the United Nations International Year of Cooperatives was to get governments across the world to look at their legislation on cooperatives and make sure that their legislation is fit for purpose in the 21st century. Make sure that they have enabling legislation, not prescriptive legislation. For instance, in my own country, the United Kingdom, as well as in Malaysia, Kenya, Indonesia, you cannot have a bank that is a cooperative. So we have a cooperative bank in the UK. It's a PLC, it's a company, but it's wholly owned by a cooperative. But what we need to do is look and see why that discrimination exists in law. In most cases, it's just an accident of history. But what the UN is saying, get rid of those accidents. In any business sector where you can make a case, a good sound business case for a cooperative business, then access to that sector should be open to cooperatives. So we have a job to do now, going around the world persuading people to continue what the UN has started, and many, many countries. My own is consolidating its cooperative legislation. In India, we have the first ever legislation this year which regards cooperative as part of the rights of a local community to start a cooperative in their community. So this is a fundamental human right in the Indian legislation now to be able to start a cooperative. Well, that's a first for anywhere in the world. Indonesia and all across the world, countries are looking at their legislation. And that's great, because it will help us to build a modern, flexible, enabling cooperative movement.